You guys are like addicted to IDs, and you don't even know the law. It's right there. It's right there. You're not even going to read it.
No, I am not. I don't need to read the law. I am on a call. I'm not burying my face in a computer. You know how many dead dogs are pulled out of the car?
I don't need to read the law.
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. In June of 2023, Garth from BullzDeep stopped at a Walmart after work. That day, the high temperature was around 100 degrees, but by the time Bulls arrived, it had dipped down to 89. Garth owns a storage shed company and takes his dog to work with him. But in Texas, the law forbids a person from leaving a vehicle running while unattended. So in anticipation of having to leave his dog in the vehicle for a total of 15 minutes, he cranked the air conditioning in advance. And with the cab of his car sufficiently cooled, he ran inside.
I'm calling because somebody got their dog in the car and the windows is rolled up and it's hot out here.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
It's a gray Chrysler 200.
And where's it parked?
It's parked towards the grocery end between aisle 3 and 4.
Okay, thank you very much. I've got this information put out for the Crossroads Police Department.
All right, thank you.
Officer Hailey Holbert was the first to arrive on scene.
Hi, baby. You okay? Hi, honey.
Officer Holbert touched the glass, trying to gauge the temperature, and although she never explicitly stated whether it felt cool or warm, the dog's calm demeanor suggests that it was comfortable. Canines typically show signs of distress in heat, such as panting, excessive drooling, emesis, disorientation, and collapse, none of which are observed by Officer Holbert, who now walks in circles, apparently unsure of what her next step should be.
Hi there. Hey, this gray car is not yours, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen it when we came.
How long has that dog been in there that you know of?
Oh, I don't know. You just came in like 10 minutes ago.
All right, were y'all the ones that called?
No.
She eventually calls Walmart.
Electronics, how can I help you?
Hey, this is Officer Holbert. I'm with Crossroads Police Department. Can I get someone to page someone for the gray Chrysler 200 to come out to their car right now?
Gray Chrysler 200?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
But shortly after, Garth returned to his car to find Officer Holbert standing beside his window.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. I was this close to breaking the window out. It's 95 degrees. It means it's over 100 inside the vehicle.
I've been in there.
Windows have to be cracked. There's got to be something.
I was trying to keep the air conditioning in for him because I'm literally...
Okay, go and open that door for and crack the windows open for the dog, and I'm going to use your driver's license, please. $428. I'm out with the vehicle owner. Hi. Okay. Hi.
You can feel it's not...
It's 95 degrees.
If it's inside, I was keeping the AC, and trust me, I love my dog.
The car isn't running.
I take him with me everywhere.
Okay, I just need to see the driver's license.
I don't have one with me.
Do I have any ID with you?
No.
You know your driver's license number?
What did I do wrong?
This is a criminal offense, okay?
What is criminal offense?
For animal neglect and abuse, yes.
No, I do not abuse and neglect my animal.
Okay.
I need a supervisor.
Okay.
No.
Driver's license?
I need a supervisor, please.
What is your driver's license?
Please, I need a supervisor.
I don't have one on duty right now.
Officer Holbert orders Bulls to crack his windows.
Crack your windows and then close your door.
Confirms her backup unit is still en route.
408, if you could still be en route, please.
10-4.
And calls her supervisor.
Okay, I'm out with the subject. He's out here. He's refusing to identify himself. He's now asking for a supervisor.
He's asking for a supervisor? Okay. We'll be back en route.
Wait, where are you at? Do you want to talk to him on the phone?
No, I'm right down the street.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, all right. Bye.
Okay.
Supervisor's turning back around and he's going to come out.
I would never leave my dog. I would just... It's not...
This is some of the worst
Yeah, but it's not
temps.
sunny.
It's 95 degrees
Right, but it's
outside.
not sunny.
That
That's why I
doesn't
was
matter.
keeping the air
It's
If I cracked the windows, that would let the 95 degree air in. I literally had it freezing cold in there before I shut the car.
I'm responding out to a call, okay?
Sure, I understand.
And this is me responding. I'm not telling you
Yeah.
you're a bag dog, a dog owner, or anything
Right.
like that.
Well, yeah, but
I am
just
here
explain
because
to
I still have to do my job. I have to identify you now, okay? Because I'm out here for an
You do
offense.
not. No.
Okay.
That's not
All
the
right.
law.
Okay. Well, I'll let you talk to the supervisor when he gets out here.
Officer Holbert has only been on the job for 3 months. Texas is unlike any other state in the U.S., as it ensures that individuals are not compelled to provide their identification unless there is a legal justification. To fully understand this, we must unpack 2 key concepts. First, you must know that some states have stop and identify statutes, but the name is deceiving to most people. The laws don't allow an officer to arbitrarily ID anyone they encounter, or even if they, quote, got a call.
We got a call out here.
They called about it. I don't know who called.
Man, I'm not gonna give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
First we get a call, sir. What's your name?
I haven't committed a crime.
I am investigating why we're getting calls about someone walking around.
Walking around isn't a crime, though.
Are you going to give her your name and information?
No. Okay.
In fact, stop and ID laws require that an officer has reasonable articulable suspicion, or RAS, to detain a person, and only then can they legally demand an ID. The states that do not have a statute specifically named Stop and Identify still require RAS to detain and then identify a person, but instead of being charged with failure to identify or code that's worded similar, they would instead be charged with obstruction. Texas, however, operates in a unique fashion. Penal Code 3802 outlines when a person is legally required to identify themselves to a police officer in the state. In this case, if an officer has reasonable articulable suspicion and you are lawfully detained, you are not required to identify. It is only required that a person identify when they are lawfully arrested or lawfully pulled over for a violation as a driver. For the duration of this incident, it is clear that the officers and police supervisor still don't understand the statute, even after years of videos like this and numerous lawsuits pointing this out. Their lack of knowledge highlights their department's ongoing failure to properly train their officers. Speaking of which, Officer Holbert is now running Garth's license plate.
This is a private parking lot. I'm not going to ask you about your vehicle. My main concern is just the dog's okay. And then for documentation purposes, I do have to put your information in there, okay? I'm not saying you're going to jail. I'm not saying you're being issued a citation. I'm just trying to do my job because everything has to be notated that I made contact, okay? And make sure that everything that I am
I mean,
it's going to be closer to 100 degrees inside that vehicle. It's 95 degrees
if I
out
crack
here.
the windows, I know it's going to be 95 degrees in there. I had it freezing cold.
Your car is not running.
I know it. I shut it off. I closed the windows. I let the freezing cold air in there. Trust me, when I opened the door and got in there, it was colder inside than it was outside.
Okay.
I would not do that to a dog. Look, that dog.
Okay.
It goes everywhere with me.
Officer Rachel Jones of the neighboring police department and off-duty supervisor Sergeant Kristofer Tyler arrives on scene.
Hey.
Hello.
This is not the supervisor. This is a cover officer. This is my supervisor right here.
How's it going? How you doing? How you doing, Sergeant Tyler?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Crossroads Police Fire, just show you that arm. Sergeant Tyler, would you like to see my ID also?
I'm sure if they vouch for you, they...
Okay. Okay, so what did you speak with me about?
Well, she, I guess, got a call about my dog.
Yes, sir, we did.
I parked the car, and I had it freezing cold today. I literally got it sitting there.
Okay.
I got it freezing cold.
Okay.
It's not sunny anymore.
Okay.
So it's not, radiating heat or anything like that.
Okay.
And I went inside. I've been in there for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And, I mean, what did I do wrong?
Okay. So when we get a call for service,
Uh-huh.
okay, and especially when we do contact somebody, we do need to identify the person.
Of law.
Hang on, I'm not done. Let me finish speaking, okay?
Sure.
Now, we don't know you had your car at sub-0 degrees earlier today.
Sure.
We have no idea.
Right.
But somebody did call and say, hey, there's an animal left in the vehicle. It is hot outside.
Mm-hmm.
And the animal looks like it's in distress.
Right. And you came here investigated and figured in distress.
Right.
I don't know about that. But you came here investigated
that's
realized.
That's what's relayed to us.
That's what relayed to us.
This is false. The caller never claimed that the dog was in distress.
I'm calling somebody get their dog in the car and the windows is rolled up and it's hot out here.
Right.
However-
Anybody can say anything. You
Sure,
came here.
sure.
I mean, the dog
So
was
now-
everywhere with me. I love that dog. I'm not gonna.
Totally understand. We
Leave
love
the car.
dogs. I got a dog too. I love my dog as well. So when an officer does contact someone, they're required, especially when we believe that there could be a criminal offense, to identify.
82.03, I think it is. You could ask for my identification. I don't have to get it unless I've been lawfully arrested. That's the only
No,
time.
sir,
I'm
that's
required.
not true.
Look it up. Look it up. That's all I'm asking. Look it up.
Okay,
Look up
you're being
82.
lawfully detained because there is an animal in the vehicle. We got a call for service.
The windows are down now.
The windows are down now.
I instructed you to put them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No crime was committed.
Yes, sir. Potentially. Okay.
Come on, man. I saw you trying not to laugh.
Here's the deal. As soon as we're done, as soon as you give your ID and we're done, we're gone.
I don't like the fact that we have to show our papers. I don't. Look, I have a lot of family that are in your business, okay? I respect you guys. I also respect the Constitution.
But you are lawfully detained.
And I do not have to show. I
Yes,
cannot
sir,
give
you
you.
do.
I can. Please just look it
When
up.
you're
I swear to God.
Failed ID.
Please just look it up. I know. Look it up. I'm telling you. You're
How
gonna
do
make a
you
big
look it
mistake.
up? No, I'm not.
I know this very well.
Okay.
I know this.
So do I. How long have you been doing law enforcement?
Just look it up. Would it kill you to look it up?
You have a phone right there.
I'm
Feel free to
recording
look it up.
this.
So are we.
We're all.
What do you- Yeah, those disappeared. You guys don't have a phone, you can look it up.
Those get edited.
What you did it.
Those get edited. So that's what I'm saying.
Your phones?
You're saying these get disappeared. Those get edited.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
What's your name, sir?
Garth.
I'm sorry.
Garth.
Garth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Garth. What's your
all.
last name?
I don't have to give it to you.
Okay. I prefer to. I don't call people by their first names. It's a respect name. Okay.
Nice try.
Until I get to know them. It's
See,
not a nice try.
this is what this
exactly
country's
how I
become.
operate.
This is what this country. You guys are like addicted to IDs, and you don't even know the law. Here, you know what? I'll stop. I'll look it up.
Go for it.
I'm going to show you because you'll be very surprised.
Look up Build ID.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It takes a moment, but Garth finds the statute and shows Sergeant Tyler. But even after reading it, he fails to understand it.
Failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a police officer who has lawfully arrested the person.
Let me see that.
The police officer who has lawfully arrested the person. Request, I will. Request you can be surprised here. Person commits an offense if he intentionally gives a false name, some false or fictitious name. I can't do that. Name, residence, address, or day of birth to an peace officer who has A, lawfully arrested the person, B, 2, lawfully detained the person. Now, this is only if I cannot give a fictitious name. This is, watch, go back. I do not have to show my ID. Watch.
Garth.
A person commits a crime.
Garth.
A person, look, it's right here.
Garth,
A person commits an offense.
I just read it yourself.
Yes, and you
Yes.
let me read it again to you. A person commits an offense. You totally not under, you didn't understand. This says I can't give you a false name. This is a different section. This is the first one. That's not my problem. It really
Actually,
isn't.
it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's what can happen because you're refusing to identify yourself.
Hold on a
Supposed to
second.
bring
Hold
your
on.
ID and say, here's
Hold
what I
on.
have
So
because
you're gonna
hang on,
arrest
let
me
finish.
for refusing to identify
That's what
myself.
you just read.
I read. Yeah,
Now,
I cannot give you a face
The other
name.
part of it is.
Would one of you please pull it up? I swear to God, I'm not lying here.
I don't.
There was two different sections I read. Okay.
The other. Hang on. Listen to me.
Oh my God.
The other part of it is that when you do that, the other consequence. Now we have to impound your dog, and we don't want to do that either. You said you love your dog.
Yeah, that would be retaliation.
No, sir. It's
Yeah.
not. We can't leave the dog.
If you guys
here.
want a massive lawsuit on your hands, I mean, you
That
got
was that retaliation. We can't leave the dog here in the dog by itself.
really.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna
I'm letting you know what
This
the
is how.
consequences are.
This is America. This is what you're doing to your citizen. Okay? All I did was go inside, grab some posts quick. You might, I sat in the car, got it. Yeah, somebody called. Okay, that's what you do. I mean, it doesn't mean I did anything wrong. You know? You got the tolerate down, so you did something wrong. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
We were called out here to investigate.
Sure. And you investigated. You realized
Yes.
the dog was not in distress.
To
The dog was
complete that,
fine.
I'm going to need your identification.
That's not the way the law works. This is
You just read how it works.
Dude, you didn't read it to me. I read it to you, and you didn't understand. Those were two different sections. The second one says I can't give you a false name. Okay, if detained. It does. I swear to God, you only have. I know this better than you.
No, you really don't.
Well, then look it up. You don't have a
You
phone,
just read it.
and you're not understanding what I just read because I just read it to you. Did I not read that I cannot give you a false, fictitious name if I've been lawfully detained? It doesn't say I have to give you my ID. It says if I've been, no, the first section says I have to give you my ID if I've been lawfully arrested. The second section says I cannot give you a false or fictitious name if I've been detained. It does
So
not state that I have to give you
this.
my name or ID. I just cannot give you a
Let me
false
ask you this.
or fictitious one.
Let me ask you this. What is your end goal here?
To get you guys need to be educated. You really don't understand that
Okay.
what I'm telling you is actually the truth. And you got and police officers
So what is your end goal?
to go on about my way.
So is ours.
Okay,
Get you on
go.
about your way.
But you
You are
have this
prolonging
addiction
this.
to ID. I'm not prolonging this. This is
No,
unlawful
no,
detainment.
this is our duty. We have to identify you.
Show me the law.
You just read it out loud.
I know, and you're not understanding because I just read it to you.
I know. We understand it. We do this day in and day out.
Okay. So you agree with me. The first part says I have to show my ID if I've been lawfully arrested, right? You agree with that? You guys are not even.
You just read it.
Okay. And the second part says I cannot give you a false name. It does not say anything. You guys, really, I'm surprised. I mean, the way YouTube is now, I'm surprised you guys, the way YouTube is now. These videos are all over YouTube about the ID thing.
Is that where you get your education from? Is from YouTube?
No, I get it from the Texas statutes, actually.
Okay, all right.
Ironic, isn't it?
So
And there actually is some good information on YouTube. You know, it's not all good.
No, it's
there
not
is some
really.
good.
It's really not.
Really? There's nothing good on. There's
I'm not saying
nothing
that there's not.
accurate.
There's not a lot on YouTube that's not good. But there is some stuff that is not very.
I mean, it's a conglomerate of America.
Okay.
You know, there's some good people and bad people. There's some educated, informed people who put stuff on there, and there's some dumbasses who put stuff on it. You know, I mean, you just have to do your due diligence. But I'm telling you, pull it up and read it. It literally says, I mean, I just read it to you. What part are you not understanding? Where are you confused with it?
Right there, run the VIN on the code. And his ID not right. It's a very. There's two simple things.
You just admitted on camera that you're running my VIN to get my ID.
So we run tags all the time.
Yeah,
That's what occurs.
that's not a VIN number. It's a tag.
So we get the identification of the owner.
I'm in a private parking lot right
So
now.
how do we know you own this vehicle?
I just opened it up. My dog's in there. I
What do you
mean,
mean you own the vehicle?
sure. Doesn't mean you can unlawfully detain me to check the VIN.
We're not unlawfully detained. We're detained because we're here on a call for service.
And we already determined that the dog is fine. So what's your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed and committing or I'm about to commit a crime?
Because we got the call for service.
What's your reasonable, articulable suspicion? Well, there has been no crime
Reasonable
committed.
suspicion was the call for service.
We came and investigated. Realized there was no crime.
We don't know that.
And now we have failure to identify.
No, you don't. My goodness,
were you
ma'am,
on?
you need to really get educated. Why won't you read it? I wouldn't lie to you. Just look it up. You won't even read it. That's how bad it is that you won't even read it. I'm telling you.
I'm out here with someone that I do not know who I'm out here with. I'm not going to get distracted in a cell phone or a computer.
To read the law?
Do
you rather just arrest me?
I don't need to read the law.
To be clear, her excuse to continue in her ignorance is that she can rest on her laurels, and because she can't trust the man and woman she has by her side long enough to read a statute.
Yeah, you
We do this day in and day out.
You do? Oh. Helen is the owner.
Look, this is something, I know this. Look, this is something I'm very adamant about, is constitutional rights. And I know this. I didn't get this from some guy who heard it from somebody else. I know this. Okay?
Suspicion that we had was the call for service.
Yeah, and you came out and you investigated.
And you went out to
okay. You investigated the dog, right?
No, not investigating the dog. We investigated the owner of the dog.
Okay. Well, so you realized there was no crime committed. Well, you don't know that, so you have no reasonable articulable suspicion then.
Yes.
No. You just said
if a crime has been committed or is about to be committed. So
has been, is about to be, or is currently, yeah. Have I committed a crime?
Well, currently failed ID.
That's not a crime. It's only a crime if you've been lawfully arrested. And if you take the time to just read the freaking statute, you realize this. Brother, I'm not lying to you, man. Just read it. I just read it to you.
Yes, and you read it yourself.
Yes. Section 1 says, if I've been lawfully arrested, I must give my ID. Section 2 says if I've been lawfully detained, I cannot...
Dealership.
I cannot give you a false name. That's all it says. I can't give you a false name. And you can ask me for my ID, but I do not have to give it to you. Trust me, man, I know the way this works. Just, why would you read it? This is blowing my mind. I mean...
I stayed right next to you. We read it together,
I'm shocked that 3 officers really don't know this. That out of the 3 of you, a supervisor of all things. Usually the supervisor is the one that knows.
And I'm speaking to you, and I do know it.
So that was a lie.
And again, we read it. I was sitting right next to you while we read it together. Okay?
Yeah. And I just told you what it said. Where does it say that I have to show my ID?
Here's the deal.
Where does it say that I have to show my ID and what I just read to you?
In 3802, you just read it.
What part?
Failed ID when someone is lawfully detained.
No, I cannot give you a false name when I'm lawfully detained. It literally, it's different. You have to give your ID. Okay? It says that I can't give you make up a name to try to, but I don't have to give you my name. I'm telling you this. I know this. I know this very, very well. It's something I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Here's the deal. We're trying to get this done so you can be gone out here, so we can be gone out here.
Yeah, leave. I mean, what is keeping you here?
We can't, right?
Yeah, you can.
No, sir, we cannot.
You guys are gonna...
Because what can happen is that you got the animal cruelty call, okay? We don't know for sure exactly how long you were in the store. What can happen, what I'm explaining to you is that the crime of animal cruelty has possibly, is currently, or had been committed. Okay?
Yeah, well, investigate.
Hang on.
Investigate. Prove it.
That's the part.
You just said you don't know how long I've been in the store. If you knew how long I've been in the store.
So the part of the investigation is then we contact Walmart and say, hey,
okay, investigate.
Here's what we need to do.
That's fine. You got my VIN number.
We need to figure out who this person is and how long you've been in the store. How long the animal.
I've explained this thoroughly enough and physically read the statute to you. You guys are losing your qualified immunity. Okay, seriously.
No, sir.
Yes. When it has been explained to you, the law has actually been read to you, okay, you're going to lose qualified immunity. And I don't want to do that to you, but I'm passionate about the Constitution. I really am. And you guys need to be educated, apparently, because you're out there doing this, violating people's constitutional rights all the time.
No, sir, we're not.
This is unbelievable. Are you a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
And you don't know this?
Absolutely. I guess you're saying I don't know.
Bewildering. I mean, this is just, I'm
sorry
beside myself.
But you just read it with me.
Call your lieutenant.
We don't have a lieutenant.
Captain.
No, sir. The only person higher than me is the chief.
The chief.
Okay. So I'm not calling the chief right now.
Well, you're probably going to save the town a lot of money by doing that. He'll probably appreciate it.
What is it? Would you like to speak with the chief?
Yeah,
He's my supervisor.
Yeah, and if you talk to him, tell him to look up 3802 and read it out loud to you guys.
He knows what 3802 is.
Okay, then he'll tell you to...
Do I know what 3802 is?
Apparently you don't.
You just read it to me.
Yeah. I cannot give you a false
Hang tight
name.
1 second.
I don't have to give you
Hang tight here.
my name. I'm not lying to y'all. I know this like very, very, very well. I don't understand why you guys won't look it up. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Sergeant Tyler leaves and makes a phone call, which leaves Garth at the mercy of Officer Holbert, who begins to unravel.
A lot of people died for us to have these freedoms, and not, for the police to just not walk up on you and just start demanding your papers.
I walked up on you because there was a criminal act that appears to be committed. Okay? There is a dog in the car,
Yeah, there's a dog in the car.
95 degrees.
Is it sunny outside?
It's 95.
Is it
It doesn't
sunny?
have to be.
Is
It
it
doesn't have
sunny?
to be. You know how many dead dogs I pulled out of the car?
Yeah. Was it sunny when you did
know
it?
what?
How many dead dogs have you pulled out at night?
Oh, plenty.
Really?
Plenty.
Really? How many?
Yes,
How many?
and prior
Tell me.
to law
How many?
enforcement,
How many?
I was a vet
How many?
technician. I
How
worked in
many?
the ERs
How many did
and
you pull
had
out
to
at
try
night?
to
Tell me.
because
Physical.
people like
I wanna
you
know. I
think
wanna know.
that it's okay
People like
to
me?
keep dogs in the car when the
People like
sun is
me?
down because
For
you
15
think
minutes,
just because
when you cool it down to freezing, right before, it was really, really cold in there before I got out. I do
don't
that
know this.
intentionally.
I'm here to do my job to
I know.
investigate, and you're
And
hindering
investigating.
that.
How are you gonna? What you're trying to do?
I need the
is-
identification, and right now the dog is having to sit in the car even further.
Yeah,
because
you really don't
will
care about
not-
the animal, do you?
You will not identify
You really
yourself.
don't care about the animal,
I am
do
here
you?
to do my job.
You're here to get my ID. That's all you want.
I need your identification to complete
It's
this
like
process.
crack, you guys.
It's required.
No, it isn't. Would you freaking read 3802?
Don't shine the light in my eyes, so I need you to lower it.
Is it lowered enough?
No, I need you to lower it so it's not shining in my eyes.
Is it lowered
Just
enough
like
now?
I would not turn down.
Okay, I got to turn the flashlight off. Is your volume on your camera?
Of course.
All right. Would you read it? It's right there. It's right there. You're not even going to read it.
No, I am not.
Do you realize
I'm
how
gonna
bad
stand
this,
here with
Do you
you.
realize how bad this is going to look in court?
That's fine.
When you refuse to read the statute,
I am on a call. I'm
Yeah.
not burying my face in a computer.
to find a law, you don't care? You
I
think
don't
you know
have
the
to.
law. You don't have to? You don't have to know the law.
I already
You don't
know
have
it.
to-
I
you
already
don't.
know it.
You do not know this. I am beside myself that none of you are aware of this because it's been a huge thing lately on the internet. And I'm surprised none of you have heard of this. I mean, I'm beside myself. I really, really am. I don't know what to say. I can't believe you refuse to even look at it. Why would you do that? I mean, how does that make any sense?
Garth begins recording again, and now after being detained for 30 minutes, Sergeant Tyler returns, still too unsure to make an arrest or to allow Garth to leave.
Please, when you go home, look up 3802.
I've read it. I read it. I studied it.
Okay.
I tested over it.
Right, but you're interpreting it improperly.
All right.
This is a known fact. I mean, this is not. Just Google it when you get home.
Sure.
Texas
Sure.
ID laws do not. I mean.
So,
Chief looked it up, didn't he?
I didn't talk to Chief. I didn't call Chief. I don't need to call him. Unless you really would like for me to call him, but I don't need to call him and talk to him. So here's the deal. Okay. Ultimately, this is an animal cruelty call. Okay.
You were investigating it. There was no animal cruelty.
We're still investigating the animal cruelty call.
Anytime a dog's in the car and the windows are rolled up, there's always
I didn't say it was, did I? I said that's why we're investigating.
Right. And you can investigate without getting an identification. That's what you guys understand.
If we believe that you had committed a crime, which is partly animal cruelty, yes, sir, you do have to identify yourself.
You can detain me. It's not till I'm lawfully arrested that I have to get my ID. Okay?
No, sir, that's not correct.
Yes. Why don't you just look at? I'm befuddled that you guys already look it up.
I've already read it.
Do you not agree that it says?
I do agree with.
Okay, it says has to
and
get
it also says
lawfully arrested. Right. That I cannot give a false name. It just says I cannot give a false name. It doesn't say it has to show his ID, like the first one does. Okay, it's worded completely different for a reason. Because I can't give you a false name. I don't have to give you my name though.
Okay, they give us a false name.
I'm not going to give you a false name.
Well, how do we know that? See, that's what I'm.
It's not my problem. It's not my problem. I'm sorry. That's something you got to figure out. I mean.
Well, you want to identify yourself, so how do we know?
Because I don't have to. Because the Constitution of the United States of America, something that's you swore an oath to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm pretty passionate about it.
So am I. I'm passionate about my job. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about
violating people's civil rights, apparently.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of that. Ever.
Well, you're doing it right now. Believe it or not. I wouldn't like it.
So.
This is ridiculous.
I
am truly beside myself that none of the three of you knows this.
I
mean, it's all over. Freaking, it's a huge thing. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You guys, apparently.
Apparently.
I'm shocked that a sergeant does not know this. That's not
just
good.
put it together.
Yeah.
So what would you like to see happen? That's what I'm wondering.
Go on about your way. I'll go on about mine.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. What would be wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing would be wrong with that.
Well, there you go.
But what would also be awesome is if you say, hey, dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous, and here's my ID, and we're gone.
Dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous, and you should just go.
Okay, well, it is kind of ridiculous.
It is
that
very
you still
ridiculous.
need to investigate.
That I can literally read it in front of you, and you cannot comprehend it.
I do comprehend it.
Then what does it say? That I cannot give you a false name.
Right? Someone was lawfully detained.
Right. And it doesn't say, no. Yes, they have to give my ID. Lawfully detained. I do not. It literally states it. I'm not trying to be a jerk to y'all, I'm just...
After checking on the dog, Sergeant Tyler pulls Officer Holbert aside to talk about what they plan to do next.
You guys really, I implore you to get this out.
Stand right there.
Sure.
So we can't do that. But is it prudent to do that?
No.
So here's cut loose, and we know that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. What if that trooper had done that to Timothy McVeigh? But whatever.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
However, this is where we're at.
I'm going so far past ask, tell, and make, and this is hurtful.
Yeah. So this is where we're at. We want to do the prudent thing, not necessarily always because we can. Doesn't always mean we should.
Right.
The big picture is the animal's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he's being a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, that's where we're at.
Okay.
So, here's the deal. Although we're at a point where you don't want to identify yourself.
I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I'm trying to
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Hang on, let me finish. Let me finish.
Sure.
Yes, you are trying to give us a hard time.
I'm not trying to. I'm really not.
Secondly,
I'm just trying to get my...
Just be quiet.
Hang on, let me finish. Sure. Secondly, the animal cruelty will still continue to be investigated. Okay. Hang on, let me finish. Okay. now then, because you believe you know the law,
I know.
okay, we also know the law.
Maybe not. I'm sorry. I know you think you're an officer.
No,
There's no way you could not possibly know this.
I'm not saying that you're.
It is what it is.
That you're just somebody and I'm just going, to you, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you don't know the law. But I do too. Also, the other part of it is, I'm sorry.
Read it when you get home to that, thoroughly.
Okay, I surely will.
I really want you guys to.
Just for you, I surely will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, you're going to be cut loose. Okay? Because the animal is okay right now. If we do investigate further, and then we contact Walmart, watch the video, see that the animal was in distress, there's a potential then a case can be filed for animal cruelty against you. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Makes sense, but animal wasn't in distress. He's not in distress now.
We
He's
don't
probably
know.
a little irritated. But
I'm sure he is.
sitting out here.
Yeah, I imagine so. So,
I wish I could have had you put your hand in the car when I opened the door. It was literally cooler inside than it was outside. Okay? You guys have to investigate.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but you can't automatically assume the worst.
We're not.
either.
That's why it's called an investigation.
Right.
We didn't assume the worst.
Right.
That's why we call it investigation.
Sure.
Officers come out, they investigate, they contact people, they say, hey, is this your car? Yeah, this is my car. This is your animal? Yes, this is my animal. Can I have your ID, please? Because you're lawfully detained. Because there is a complaint and possible criminal offense of animal cruelty.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sure. And you investigate, but you don't have to get my ID to investigate.
Yes.
Look, I'll tell you, we have an epidemic in this country of constitutional rights getting violated all the time through this. And
Officer here.
I know you guys don't think I could possibly be right.
And
you guys
Officer
know the
Holbert
law,
didn't do that tonight.
but just look at no.
Officer Johnson did it, and I didn't do that tonight either.
Well, I mean, technically, this detainment has lasted a little longer than it's supposed to, but
that's
I'm not.
That's
I'm not
due to
worried
you.
That's
So
due to you, yes, sir.
Well, actually,
So again, here's what's going to happen tonight. We will continue our investigation after you're long and gone from here.
Sure.
And then if we have to contact you again, that'll be why.
all right,
Okay?
sure.
You are free to go.
go home, take care of your dog.
Please look up the law tonight, please. I'm telling you.
During the detention, not one of the 3 officers went inside to investigate how long Garth had been at the Walmart. The following month, Garth filed complaints with the chief. The chief responded, stating that shortcomings were addressed, and he explained that the department was only 22 months old, having only been established as a result of the Walmart moving into town, and they have never arrested anyone for the offense of failure to identify. However, he continued to explain that Garth's lack of cooperation was the reason his detention was so long, and that the officers were distracted by his unwillingness to identify, and their failure not to recognize that he didn't have to. The chief ends the letter notifying Garth that the staff had to reread the statute. Garth now has secured an attorney, and in November of 2024, a demand letter was sent to the city. So if this settles or moves to a lawsuit, I will be sure to let you know. But in the meantime, let me know what you think of this interaction in the comments down below. And if you like this video, be sure to check out another one, linked on screen.